Thomas and Cumberland. It was a sunny day on the island of Sodor. Thomas was at the fisher's yard. He had broken down and needed to be fixed. At TMS, the fat controller was talking to the other engines with great news.
"You'll all be pleased to know that an engine from the mainland is coming to visit us," he said. "So I want you all to make him feel welcome. A happy engine is a useful engine."
Just then, they all heard a whistle and were very surprised to see a saddle tank engine puffed in. He was painted brown with red rods and shiny buffers. "Another saddle tank engine!" exclaimed Percy.
"This is Cumberland," boomed the fat controller. "Welcome to Sodor, Cumberland."
"Oh my," wheezed Lady. "Whatever will Thomas say?" Thomas didn't know that Cumberland had arrived. He was fixed and he went to see his friends. He had missed them. Thomas met James at the red signal. "Hello, James," he tooted. "It feels good to be back on tracks again. Don't I look good as new?" But James wasn't interested. "I've just met the new engine," he snorted. "He's called Cumberland. He's very friendly. Everyone likes him. He's doing his jobs very well." Thomas was surprised, and James steamed away. The next day, Thomas was taking some coal trucks to the docks, but he had to stop at a signal. He saw Toby, Percy and Lady were talking to a brown tank engine. "That must be Cumberland," he puffed to himself. Cumberland was telling his friends how he worked on the line by the lake. The engines were very impressed. "You remind me of a friend called Wilbert," said Percy. "He first came to Sodor when I had an accident with the porridge." "I thought porridge is good for breakfast, not going for a paddle," chuckled Cumberland. Everyone laughed. Thomas felt left out. He tooted to his friends, but they were too busy to notice him. Thomas puffed away. He was upset. Later, Thomas stopped at a junction. Gordon was waiting there. Suddenly, they heard a whistle. Cumberland raced onto the main line with Annie and Clarabel. He was taking the children on a school trip. They were having a wonderful time. They clattered straight past Thomas.
"Cumberland knows how to have fun,"
Gordon declared. Thomas watched Cumberland disappear. He didn't think it was fun at all. That afternoon, Thomas was delivering goods vans to the docks. When he arrived, he gasped. Lady was working with Cumberland. "Hello, you must be Thomas," whistled Cumberland. "I'm helping Cumberland this afternoon, Thomas," peeped Lady. "He's such a wonderful engine. We have to go now. Goodbye, Thomas." And Thomas watched Lady and Cumberland chuffed away. Thomas was heartbroken, all because the Cumberland was doing his job, pulling his carriages and being everyone's best friend. And now working with Lady was worst of all. Thomas felt very sad. He puffed slowly away. Thomas chuffed into a siding. He wanted to be alone. "The other engines loves Cumberland more than me," he said sadly. "Maybe they don't want me anymore." Back at TMS, the fat controller arrived.
"You've done a good job today, Cumberland," he said.
Then he noticed that Thomas's shed was empty.
"Where is Thomas?" he asked. "Shouldn't he be back by now?"
I did saw him at the docks, sir, said Lady. But he looks really sad when I was working with Cumberland.
The Fat Controller was worried. Cumberland, I want you to help me to find Thomas, he boomed.
Right away, sir, said Cumberland. So Cumberland and the Fat Controller searched everywhere for Thomas. Thomas was in the siding. He was cold and sad. Then he saw an engine puffing towards him. It was Cumberland with the Fat Controller. There you are, Thomas, cheered Cumberland. We've been looking for you everywhere.
Thomas, said the Fat Controller, why did you run away like that?
I'm sorry, sir, sighed Thomas. I thought my friends liked Cumberland more than me and forget about me.
Oh, Thomas, smiled the Fat Controller, of course we never forget you, because you're still my #1 engine on my railway. Cumberland has his own home in Cumbria, a line from Lakeside to Havensway. I asked Cumberland to come to Sodor for his week's visit, not coming here to take your place. I would never find anyone to replace you, Thomas. I would never do such a thing like that.
Thomas smiled his biggest smile ever. Oh, thank you, sir, he tooted happily. Come on, Thomas, said Cumberland. Let's get you home. So the two friends puffed happily home. When Thomas and Cumberland arrived at the shed, all the engines gave Thomas a cheerful whistle for welcoming him back. Thomas, we were worried about you, cried Lady. Are you all right, Thomas? peeped Percy. Yes, I am, thanks to Cumberland, replied Thomas. He is a very helpful friend indeed. Cumberland smiled, and he had a good friend in Thomas.